So I'm sitting here in my practice room at the New World Symphony working on the second movement of Iberia by Claude Debussy. And the very first note I have to play in the piece is this muted high A flat at pianissimo. And there's a decrescendo on top of that. So I'm really thinking in this practice session, how in the world am I going to make the softest and smoothest legato articulation possible in the upper register? One of the things that makes this so hard for playing horn is that when we play in the upper register, there's a propensity for us to pinch to get the notes out. We usually, a lot of people at least have to play louder to get notes to come out. And so finding a way to play a note softly with a legato articulation means that we have to have fast enough air that we can actually get the note moving immediately. And we also can't be relying on the tongue in order to actually make the note happen. So here's how I'm going to practice it. Even though this is going to be muted at the end, I'm not going to worry about it right now. And I'm just going to pick up my horn and I'm just going to try and play an A flat. And that's actually pretty good, but what I want is a little bit of a smoother articulation, and I want the sound to start more immediately. And I'm just trying it a couple of different times to really get the sound how I want it. And if I want to go even further, what I'll do is I'll take the tongue out of the equation completely and just air attack that high A flat. And that actually revealed something to me because the first two of those had a little bit of a squeak there, which means that my embouchure is actually too tight to create the sound. And now I have to figure out, okay, my embouchure is too tight, but I need to loosen that up a little bit, get the sound flowing immediately, and then I just have to add a legato articulation. And even in that last one, it started, the first one I articulated was more of a tu, and then I softened it up to a do. And really, if this note is too high, obviously I have an advantage on the triple horn to play this note, but if the note's too high, you can just do the same process starting an octave lower and just work your way up one semitone at a time. And another thing to think about is that if playing too softly is the problem for you, then just start the exercise louder. We should always be practicing from our best sound first and then working towards the areas that don't sound so good. So if playing soft is hard, start by playing louder and work your way down soft. If playing high is hard, work your way starting low and then work your way up, just incrementally one piece at a time. And then the only thing left to do is add the mute.